Welcome to today's weekly guided intuitive reading, Magnetic Monday. And this week's reading we're doing from today, Monday the 13th of March, through to Sunday the 9th of March 2023. So whether you're jumping on live or watching the replay, jump on and say hi, share any questions that you may have. Always great to interact, whether live or replay. So this week, as I was preparing for the guidance for this week, for both the viewers in the Conscious Creator Facebook Live private Facebook group or on my YouTube channel, the message that came through, the key overarching message that came through was to trust divine guidance this week. And the reason that they've come through that, so this week the channel guidance is coming through from the Pleiadians. So super high energy, very wise, and I'm excited to see what comes through for us all. So the reminder here is trust in divine guidance, because we know we're not alone. We know that we're always supported, guided, protected, and we just need to ask and we will receive the guidance, whether we're aware of it consciously or subconsciously. I guess the challenge is to trust and know that you're being guided and you're being led to where you need to be this week. And I guess a reminder for me was that I kept seeing this specific angel number appearing to me over the last few days, and because I was busy, I wasn't being attentive, I sort of dismissed it, and then it profoundly came to me. And then when I explored in meditation what the relevance of that number for me at my current stage in evolution on my journey, and all of a sudden I got real clarity around what was my next steps for this week. So when we trust, we receive what we need. So that's the key message for this week. So the first card that's come through today that wants to speak to us is the Sacred Union. And I encourage you, whether you're on live or replay, just to feel into this card and be aware of the first thought that came into your head when you actually saw this card, because we all have a message here, and it's a good way to really sharpen your intuition as well. So with this card, the Sacred Union, it's talking about the beloved within and our inner and outer relationships. So when I feel into the guidance coming through for this card, and it's telling me that our inner and outer union, so we know that we house the wisdom of our soul within us, and we choose to either portray and express that knowledge and wisdom externally, or we can keep it locked up inside us. And this card is encouraging us to integrate the knowledge, the wisdom, the information that we have inside, and integrate it with how we show up to the world each day. And the more that we trust that, the more that we step into being who we really are. And it also, when we are who we really are, that's when we're really starting to align to our soul's path, our energetic blueprint. That's when we're really, it's kind of like, when you take your car into the garage to get it serviced and they fine tune it all up. And this is what this card is kind of encouraging you to do, is to increase your awareness, acknowledge, listen for the information, the signs, and then integrate it with how you're showing up to the world. And they're saying that, you know, it's okay to tweak, it's okay to shift things around a bit, because it's progress, not perfection, and every day we are growing, we're evolving, we're shifting, we're changing, because that's how we grow into our better self each day, each week, each month. And it's also keeping us relevant with our vision, with our purpose, with our why, and also what our message is that we need to share. So just take a bit of time to integrate that. And you can do this integration either through a thought, bringing it into your awareness, or you can meditate on it and go that bit deeper on it as well. And as always, when I do these readings, when I do these channel guidance, I'm always doing it in the space of my Akashic records, which is, you know, 8th frequency, 8th dimension, so it's a very high frequency, so the information coming through is really pure, really clear, and for the highest and best good for all of us here. So we're all different, but we've all got common themes. So the next card is Rapture. So the message is sensuality, love, devotion, romance, ecstasy, and pleasure. So this is a really interesting card to come up with, the Sacred Union, because much as it's saying to us to be aware of all these emotions, these experiences that are within us, it's about being aware of them, enjoying them, acknowledging them, and releasing the shame, the guilt, the preconceived ideas that we have around this, because it's when we open up to these emotions of love, sexuality, pleasure, it's when we open up to that and shed the feelings of shame, of guilt that we've possibly carried through from definitely on the ancestral line, but through lifetimes, shedding that, making space to receive these emotions, these expressions, because as long as we're carrying these old beliefs, these old emotions, that for many of us, they're not even ours, it's something that we've brought through. And they're saying that the lesson here is to trust that you don't need this veil of shame, of guilt, of suppressed emotions. And as we're doing this reading, I can see them clearing the veil, lightening it, and making it almost transparent, so that it opens you up to receiving these new emotions and start to get comfortable with them. So, you know, moving into giving yourself permission to experience pleasure, sensuality, love, ecstasy, romance. And initially it's about experiencing all them with yourself, within you, and then the more that you get comfortable with that, the more that you can share with the world as well. And by doing that, it's going to start attracting a different type of person to you, someone that and it feels like the relationships that you're having with a lot of people, whether it's friendship, whether it's business, whether it's personal, family, a lot of these relationships feel that they're ready to go to the next level, the next depth, so that it's enriching enrichening, I think, is that the word? Making your experience much richer, and in turn making theirs more richer as well. So the lineage of the rose. So this card is talking about being moved by the goddess, here for this soul call and gather. And when I feel into this, it feels like I can see the Pleiadian collective gathering and bringing us all together, and they're almost rejoicing as they're sending out a calling to attract like-minded people who have got like-minded lessons and experiences and stories to share. And they're saying, you know, open your heart to receive this. Don't be fearful of it. And just because you're perhaps going to be losing people from within your network, within your group, within your tribe, know that people come in for a reason or a season. And just because some people might be moving out, it's to allow you space to receive new people in who are more vibrationally aligned to where you're at this current time. Because remember, the more personal development, the more personal growth that we do, the more our vibration and our energy lightens, it cleans, it lifts and becomes higher. And not everyone is where we're at on our journey. So some people will drift off and you might see less of them, or you might not see them for a while, or maybe your job together is done. And it's about accepting that and acknowledging that it's time to move on. And in order for you to move on, you have to let them go to bring in the new energy, the new souls who are coming in to share an experience with you on all different levels, with all different messages, with all different learnings to help you move forward on your journey quickly, easily, lightly. Because also the message coming through is about, it doesn't need to be difficult, and the more that you let go of holding on so tightly, it's not about how many followers you've got, it's about the quality of the people in your circle. So I hope that makes sense, and I can feel them clearing away some fear that's come up there, because we all get comfortable, right? So when we're sitting in our comfort zone, you know, we accept that feeling, and the thought of having to step out initially can cause that restriction, that contraction of energy, which I'm feeling, and they're just starting to release that and anchoring you into Mother Gaia, who's transmuting that energy for the highest and best good for all of us in this group. So the final card for today is the Anointed. And this is just a beautiful closing of this reading for this week, where I think in summary with these cards, it's constantly reminding us of self-development, of self-care, of we can't help others, we can't continue to grow and flourish and bring our message to the world, to make an impact, make a difference, to help heal ourselves, others, and the planet, if we are not really doing that deep soul work. So whether you do it with your mentor, your coach, your healer, your buddy, your best friend, take time every day to check in with yourself, to do your daily rituals, your daily practices. And if any of you are having health bumps, as I hear the word coming through, little bumps in how your health's been going, um, and it's causing you a bit of fatigue, it's causing you a bit of immobility, a bit of distress, a bit of pain. The message coming through is to really take some time, take a breath, ask the questions, what is the message here for me? Because it feels for many in this group, it's about doing a bit of a reset. It's about, you know, it feels like you might have come a bit off track and it needs that fine tuning to get back on track again. And again, there's the fear coming in, there's a bit of not trusting yourself, not believing in yourself as much as you should. And again, that overarching message that's come through is, believe in divine timing, you're being divinely guided this week. So, if you have to take some time out to rest, recuperate, to replenish, be energized, then give yourself permission to do that and know that it's okay and everything's on track. So with this final card for the week, the Anointed, the message here is answer the call, leadership, empowerment, and soul gifts. And what I see here is it's almost like you're sitting on your throne, and this throne looks very splendid. It's full of gems and crystals and beautiful electric blue and fluorescent pinks, very sharp contrasting colours here, and it feels like it's cocooned you up, and it's taken you into this throne, this chamber where these colours are being activated within you at your root and your sacral chakras to strengthen, to unlock some codes there, some codes of wisdom, and certainly some codes of healing as you release more of the limiting beliefs from that ancestral pattern and programming that you've brought into this life. And this card is kind of activating those first and second chakras. It's starting to bring in ascension colors into your energy fields and starting to activate your ascension chakras, which for some are just coming online, for some they've been online for a bit, but it's kind of just giving you another little tune-up in this area to help you move forward on your journey, integrating your inner world and your external world, bringing that into balance, making you feel lighter, increasing your vibration so that you can hold it more, shedding what is no longer required for you, no longer aligned with who you are at this moment in time. And there's a real encouragement that's helping guide you forward, and it, again, I can see them, surrounding us all and really charging us up and giving us the energy to get through this week, and listening to the guidance. Whatever is resonating with you, know that it's going to help guide you through your week much more effortlessly. And heed the messages. If you need to rest and replenish, then give yourself permission to do that. If you need to go at a bit of a slower pace, acknowledge that as well, and know that less is more, and you don't need to be going at 100 miles an hour to achieve all that you need to achieve. Sometimes the less that you say or do can be much more powerful and impactful. So hope that's resonating with you. As always, I've loved sharing the guidance coming through. I feel very honoured to be able to do this for this group. And if you're interested in learning more about what I do, you can jump on over to my website, joanmcewen.com, or you can go to my YouTube channel, Joan_McEwen, and I've got some really exciting news to share. So I'm hosting my wellness retreat for this year in October 2023, and it's called Manifest Wellness Retreat. It's going to be a 6-day, 5-night retreat, and more details to come. But if it's something that is resonating with you, if you've been thinking about doing a wellness retreat, save the dates. It's from the 12th to the 17th of October, and it will be hosted in Queensland in Australia. So let me know if you want any more information. There is a short video on my YouTube channel that gives you a bit more information about what the days look like. So until next time, have a wonderful week, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.